3.5-pound brownie that Narcy David brought in here just prior to kickoff.
Don't take mine. Don't take mine. It's sitting up right above you. All right, dropping back for the Bears, Russell White and Lindsey Chapman. Standing back at their 5-yard line, awaiting the kick from Aaron Mills, who has it teed up right in the middle of the field. And the 94th big game is underway. Coming down toward Russell White at his 7-yard line. Up the middle, 15, 20, spun around, dropped to the 25-yard line. Russell White with a good return. Vince Odepol got there. And as he is so often, Odepol, the man to make the hit on the kickoff coverage team. The Bears will start at their 25-yard line. Steve Gordon will be the center. Darrell Pessler and Eric Malum are the guards. The tackles, Stod Stussy and Troy Ozine. Brett Woodall is the tight end.
Russell White.
Pulaski under center, backs in an eye, toss to Russell White, cuts inside a block, gets out to the 30-yard line, cuts to the sideline. Gordon is there, knocking him down after a 14-yard gain. Boy, Russell White cut it back inside tackle, then got back outside, and Gordon stops him after a gain all the way out to the 39-yard line.
Bears practice every day on artificial turf, Al, and they've played most of their games on artificial turf. This is something new to them, really, relatively.
14 yards.
Triggs goes wide left. Dawkins split right. Backs in the offset eye once again. Zumwalt goes in motion right. Handoff Russell White. Left tackle hit, but he's out to the 48-yard line. Pardon me, I'm off 5 yards. He's up to the 43. Tackle made by Tom Williams, the inside linebacker for Stanford. It's about a 4-yard gain. We'll call it 2nd and 6. The Cardinal with a down line of Esteban Avila, Jason Fisk, and Tyrone Parker starting today. 2nd and 6 for the Golden Bears of the 43. Triggs wide left, Dawkins split right. Pulaski dropping back for his first pass. Throws, and Dawkins makes the catch, falling down at the 46-yard line of Stanford. Back left side he goes. Chase, oh, what a play by Ron George, running him down from behind. Spills him right near the line of scrimmage. He may have picked up a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. George and Dave Garnett are the outside backers. Tom Williams and Coy Gibbs are the inside backers for the Cardinal. The cornerbacks are Darian Gordon and Vaughn Bryant, and the safeties Albert Richardson and Sayon Albert. 2nd and 9.
You folks in the stands and watching at home, those two numbers for Stanford defensively, 42 Dave Garnett, 29 Ron George. The real keys to that defense, they are the contained people and the pressure people.
Caldwell's in as a third wide receiver for the Bears. Stanford in its nickel package. Quick drop back for Pulaski. Throws out to the right side. It is caught, and Gordon makes the tackle on Caldwell. That's a gain to about, they're marking it at the 37. It's going to be less than a yard for a first down. A yard for the Bears. Handoff Russell White. He's hit. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. Good penetration from Richardson and Fisk. But White didn't have to go very far. We'll wait for them to unstack. Tom Williams also on the bottom of the pile, and I think Russell White has got it, but we'll have a measurement.
He got the first down. There's very little doubt about that one. Bears have a full arsenal. They can do the whole thing. Pulaski, so good throwing the ball, and such great receivers in Triggs and Dawkins, Caldwell, Zumwalt out of the backfield. Of course, White and Chapman. And Zumwalt, when he carries, Greg Zumwalt, that is, when he carries out of the backfield, he's a good ball carrier, too. It is a first down for California. No, it isn't.
White's about 4 inches short.
I can't believe that. The field must be mismarked, Al. I'll guarantee you, on a artificial surface where the lines are so precise, that would have been a first down.
All right, it's 4th and inches at the 36 of Stanford, and Pulaski sneaks easily for the first down. Mike's got a good yard getting across the 35 near the 34-yard line. Let's go down to the sideline and check in with Steve Bitker. 34, where Parker and Williams made the tackle. Cal stays with double tight ends here. And off Russell White, right tackle. Oh, he's tripped up, surges forward with a second effort. Has a yard or two as Williams got through there and tripped him up. Big play by Tom Williams. He's going to have to get after Russell White all day for Stanford to slow him down. That's one of the keys to the ball game, and Williams a very important man for Stanford in that sense, Bob.
Boy, he knifed through there, didn't he? Made a great play defensively. Left Cal with a 2nd and 8 situation.
Here's a slot left with Triggs wide left and Dawkins in the slot. White the single setback behind Pulaski. Mike straight back to pass, sets up, throws, and it's incomplete. Just dropped to the 25-yard line. Woodall, the tight end, seemed to have a great opportunity. Perhaps Sayon Albert got a hand in there, Bob, but
completion. His third, and relatively long now for the Bears, about 3rd and 8.
Pulaski 2 for 3. 3 wide receivers set. Caldwell and Dawkins wide right. Trigg split left. Pulaski back to pass. Plenty of time all day to throw. Guns it upfield. Caught by Caldwell. First down at the 23-yard line of Stanford. Richardson and Albert, the 2 safeties, make the tackle. And just a case of Pulaski having too much time there. It's 1st and 10 at the 23 of Stanford.
4-man pass rush that time, and they weren't able to get to him at all. No pressure at all. And if Pulaski has that much time, he will find a receiver, as he did that time. Barely good enough for the first down. Good enough by about a yard. First down for the Bears.
Pulaski sends Dawkins wide right. Triggs is split to the left. Zumwalt and White in an offset eye. Hand off Russell White straight ahead and blasts his way inside the 20-yard line. He's got a good 4 yards. Garnett and Parker slowed him up, but give Russell White 4. It's 2nd and 6 just across the 20.
Lineman.
Dawkins goes wide right. Triggs split left. Here's a toss to White. Right side sweep. They've got it strung out, and he's stuffed for a loss. Tom Williams did it again, throwing White for a big loss back to the 27-yard line. What a play by Williams.
Kind of like he was in the Cal huddle that time. Williams, you remember last week in Washington State, he was the first one to read the screen when Darian Gordon made the interception and ran it back. He's a very heady football player. Does a lot of work during the course of the week, Cal, studying formations and sets. And he might have just read that play just as the Bears executed it.
3rd and 13. Trips left. The hand off to White on a counter. Tripped up and tackled at the 22-yard line. A saving tackle by Williams. He would have had a great chance for a first down.
And maybe
if Tommy
more.
didn't get him, and maybe more as he headed for the sideline. The tackle of the 21 by Williams makes it 4th and 7, and the field goal team will come on for Cal.
This is a part of the game that the Bears do quite well. And Hal and I said earlier, if it is close, you've got to give the edge to California. Doug Bryan is certainly one of the fine kickers, not just in the Pac-10, but all over the country.
He's 19 for 25 in field goals this year, a long effort from 51 yards. This will be a 39-yard effort from the right hash mark. Pulaski to hold, snap, spotted, kick. Going to be long enough, but it's no good. He missed it to the right. So Cal moved the football right down the field. Big 2nd and 3rd down plays by Tom Williams, and the Bears miss a field goal. And so Stanford gets the ball to the 22-yard line, still in a scoreless tie. Timeout with 9:36 to play, first quarter. It's Stanford nothing, California nothing. It's 21. Walsh wide left, Pinckney split right, Milburn and Vardell split backs behind Stenstrom. Steve, 2-step drop back, throws it out for Walsh, makes the catch to the 28 and bounced out of bounds at about the 29-yard line by Chris Cannon. So that's about a 7 or 8 yard gain on the first play from scrimmage for the Cardinal. Glenn Cavanaugh is the center, Brian Cassidy and Chris Dahlman the guards, Steve Hoyam and Bob Whitfield the tackles, Turner Bowers starting at tight end.
For you people in the stadium, and once again, those watching on television at home, watch those 2 corners for the Bears. Number 18, Chris Cannon. Number 38, Wolf Barber. A lot of pressure now. Barber comes out to match up on the near side.
Walsh got to the 30. It's 2nd and 2. Here comes Pinckney in motion right side. And off Tommy Vardell, little counter action. Not much there. He got to the 30 and got thrown back by a wall of white shirts. Chidi Ahanatu was the first man to get him with Mac Travis, the nose guard. So it'll be about 3rd down and 2. No gain for Vardell. Tommy needs 98 yards today to reach the 1,000 mark for the season.
The Bears had their corners manned up, just as we talked about a moment ago, and they had 10 people, Hal, playing run defense right at the line of scrimmage. That is a gambling, rather reckless kind of defense. I think we're going to see some big plays in this game. Might see them on both sides.
Lasley is in at fullback with Vardell moving back to the I-back. 3rd and 2, power formation for the Cardinal. And up Vardell again, left side, he's hit, drives out to the 32-yard line and appears from our vantage point to have the first down. So Vardell looks to have it. We'll wait for them to unstack. Mick Barcella, the inside linebacker, got him, but Vardell's out to the 33-yard line for a first down. Cal's defense, Mac Travis is the nose guard. Chidi Ahanatu and Ryan Peary are the tackles. The inside backers, Mick Barcella and Jarrett Willard. The outside backers are Jason Wilborn and Cornell Collier. 1st and 10 at the 33.
9 people at the line of scrimmage.
Milburn back in, split back, Ian Vardell with Walsh wide left and Pinckney split right. Stenstrom throwing for Pinckney. He's got it at the 36, wrapped up, spins up to the 40-yard line. Good job by Pinckney to get 3 or 4 extra yards in the grasp of the rover back, Ray Sanders.
Now matched up with over on the far side, matched up with Cannon. That's going to be a matchup you'll see most of the afternoon.
Slot left this time. Pinkney in the slot. Walsh wide left. Handoff Bart to Milburn and stopped just short of the first down. Nice tackle by Jarrett Willard, the inside backer. Milburn approached the 47-yard line. He may be a little short and also a little short of the first down. We'll wait for the ball to be spotted here. And I think we'll get a measurement here. Referee Jim Springer says, bring on the chain gang. And a half a yard for Stanford. Klafter is in as the second tight end. Armour flanked to the left. Lasley and Vardell in I formation. And there's movement from Armour. He sets again. Now the Bears wisely come across making contact, and we would expect a procedure penalty against Stanford. Armour came out of the three-point stance, then went back down and set. But before he set, I think the Bears came across the line.
And what that
wide left with Walsh in the slot to the left. Backs, Milburn and Vardell are split.
Double coverage on Walsh.
Stenstrom under center. Takes a snap. Back the pass he goes. Good protection. Now it breaks down. He throws over the middle and throws it behind Walsh. Incomplete. Walsh claiming it was interfered with by Cannon, but no flag. And I have to say, for some reason, Walsh was spun around, and you wouldn't think a receiver would run that way, but there's no penalty.
I'll guarantee in the NFL they'd be running those cameras and those tapes and trying to figure out when that contact was made. Looked a little early to me.
So Stanford forced into a punting situation here. Walsh got up screaming, but no flag. Stonehouse averaging 36.9 yards per punt. Triggs is deep, and a 10-man rush upcoming for California.
They're really trying to block it up front.
Now two of the white shirts drop off the line. Low snap. Stonehouse fields it brilliantly and gets away a driving kick. And it chases Triggs off to his right. It lands on the 27 of the Bears. A reverse hop, and it's down there. And what a good job by Stonehouse, short hopping a terrible snap.
For jumping early and causing that penalty, Vardell could have easily gotten that first down.
Play faking Pulaski rolling out to his right. All alone over there. Looks downfield, now throws and incomplete. As he looked for Woodall, his tight end, Pulaski had, I would think, close to first down yardage had he elected to run, but he threw back across his body. And with Albert in the coverage, it fell incomplete.
Badly thrown ball.
Three wide receiver set. This is a give to Holly, and breaks a tackle on the counter and blasts up to the 29-yard line. He's got about 5 yards. Dave Garnett made the tackle. Holly in at fullback, replacing Zumwalt. We've seen Chapman in here for White. It'll be third down, and looks like about 4.5 for the Bears, just shy of their 30-yard line.
It's the same kind of third down situation Stanford had moments ago when Stenstrom missed. Let's see what Pulaski does now. He'll send wide receivers both ways. In fact, two of them to the right side.
Dawkins and Callan wide to the right. Triggs split left. Stanford showing blitz. It's third and about 4.5. Pulaski straight back. And Garnett is blocked out to the right. He comes and throws, and Pulaski completes the pass for a first down at the 36-yard line to Caldwell.
Right.
Primary target early on. That's 3 catches for him now. Had only 19 coming into the game. Here's a toss to Chapman. Turns inside on the sweep, and he's tackled by George at about the 40-yard line. That's about a 4-yard gain for Lindsey Chapman in for Russell White on this series. So 2nd and 6. Bears getting some good first down plays here today.
Boy, they have good drive at the line of scrimmage, don't they? We have to watch that line of scrimmage, and you folks in the stadium have to watch it too, because that will very well determine the outcome of this game. Who controls that line of scrimmage? And the Bears get great surge on those running plays.
Troy Ozzie, their left tackle, will be named to the coaches All-America team tomorrow. It's a draw play, and Chapman spun around by Avila and falls down to the 41. Avila just got one hand him, I think, but knocked him off course, and then Williams touched him down. So Chapman stopped at about the 41-yard line. That'll make it third down and 5. Two wide receivers, Caldwell and Dawkins wide left. Triggs split to the right.
Looks like they're coming.
Pulaski audibilizing here. Back to pass he goes. Quick drop back and throws, and Triggs with a leaping catch, but the play appeared to have been blown dead first. There's a marker right at the line of scrimmage. Bryant stopped Triggs, but it appears Cal was guilty of illegal motion as the play was initiated.
They saw the blitz coming. Garnett was in there.
Lineman moving too soon. 5-yard.
Right on top of the center, and he was dancing around, and there was a little movement in that Cal front wall, and that resulted in the penalty. So it's the same kind of play situation, only add 5 yards to it, so it's about 3rd and 10 now. Stanford may change their defense now, Hal, and of course people in their seats in the stadium are always thinking, gosh, don't go to that prevent. You got to play with what you got, what got you there. Let's see what kind of a rush they go with.
3 wide receivers set.
Here they
Stanford
come.
showing the blitz. It's third down and 10. Pulaski audibilizing again. Back to pass, two-step drop back, steps up. He's throwing deep up the right side of the field, and Riddell is there to knock it away from Dawkins.
Great coverage by Riddell. With him every step of the way. Marvelous defensive play by Ron Riddell.
Pulaski saw him manned up and decided to go up top for Dawkins, but Riddell, Bob, who has really come on in the last 3 or 4 weeks, makes the big play.
They saw the man coverage over there, and as we said earlier, this is likely to be a game of big plays, and if not big plays, near big plays.
Chris Noonan on the punt, averaging 39.5 yards per kick for Cal. Milburn is deep. Good snap. High driving spiral. Milburn retreating all the way to his 13-yard line to make the catch. Cuts to his left. He's hemmed in and thrown down to the 10-yard line. David Wilson, the safety, got through to nail Milburn after a fabulous punt of 51 yards from Noonan. So there's timeout. 4:22 to play first quarter. It's Stanford nothing, California nothing. It goes to work and it's 10. Walsh wide left. Whatnight lined up as a wingback and comes in motion to the right side. Hand off Bardell, gets through a hole across the 15, still driving out to the 20. 9-yard gain for Tommy Bardell. Tommy was saying this week, Bob, how the 1,000 yards would be nice, but it doesn't matter as much as winning the game, and I'm sure everyone on the Stanford side agrees to that. But for Stanford to win this game, he better get to that 1,000, I would think. He needs 98 yards to do it.
Denny calls him Senator Bardell. I like that. He says he could have a career anywhere he wants. Washington wouldn't be bad. Says all the right things, does all the right things. Great football player. 2nd
and 1. Lasley's in the backfield with Tommy as they go to a power formation. It's Bardell, outside left tackle, has the first down and drives to the 24-yard line.
I'm not sure Senator's the proper name if he says all the right things and does all the right things.
That's true. Cal for 8:02. So the Cardinal needs to keep that football for a while. Milburn back in the eye. Play faking Centrum. Sets up. Here's the rush. Throws out to the right side. Incomplete. He overthrew Walsh as he got hurried into that throw on a safety blitz from Eric Zumholtz.
And probably a good thing that the ball was thrown out of bounds.
2nd and 10. Walsh wide right. Whatnight remains the wing back to the left. Here's a toss to Bardell. Left side sweep. He's hit. Breaks the tackle, but then stumbles and falls at the 25-yard line. Tommy was hit low by Willard and Wilborn, the inside and outside backer on the right side, and it looked like he'd keep his footing, but then stumbled and fell after a yard's gain. It is 9 at the Stanford 25.
Have to be impressed with that Golden Bear defense, Hal. They're very mobile, and they have great flow laterally. Their pursuit to the ball is absolutely outstanding. Very well coached, and of course that's no surprise. Bruce Snyder's been a fine football coach for a long time. Just the people in Berkeley are beginning to figure it out now, but he's been a good football coach from his days back at Utah State.
3 wide receivers set for the Cardinal. Walsh and Bickney wide right. Shaw split left. Bardell the single setback. Quick drop back for Stenstrom. Looking. Now he's being hit, and the play is blown dead. There's a marker up at the 34-yard line. I don't know if the 25-second clock had expired, but the play was blown dead. Western will always be there.
This is a tough call to make, Hal. You don't want to throw the ball into a defense that could result in an interception, and yet you want to try desperately to get that first down, so you have to be very selective. Bears might have the blitz going. Looks like they got man coverage across the field.
Bickney wide left. Milburn and Walsh split right. Bardell the single setback. Stenstrom straight drop back. Here's the rush. Stenstrom throwing for Milburn. It's intercepted. Picked up by Wilson to the 40, and he falls down to the 32-yard line. And a marker at the end of the play. David Wilson with the interception for California. That's his 5th of the season.
That was thrown to Milburn in a crowd that time as they had double coverage. They had zone coverage, actually, man-to-man coverage underneath, and 2 safeties in the zone to help out. So you've got the safety coming over from midfield.
Wilson, number 25.
And there's the voice of Ed McCauley in the background.
After the interception, 15 yards, first down.
That's Heath. And then they'll put those safeties back. And the question, the big trick is to find out which way is that safety going to go? Where is he going to help out, on the left side or the right side?
Cal has it at the 47 of Stanford. Triggs wide left. Dawkins split right. Pulaski going straight back to pass. Plenty of time. Throwing inside for Triggs. Has it at the 40 and struggles out of bounds near a first down. Looks like he may have stepped out shy of the 38, which will leave him a yard short. Von Bryant made the tackle. Stanford is going to have to get more pressure on Pulaski. Not that you can fault the Stanford defense. The Bears have no points through the first 12:45 of this game, but Mike's getting a lot of time back there.
Bears have done a great job of picking up 5- and 6-man pass rushes. Not always the all-out blitz, but extra people in there. They've done a good job of picking it up.
2nd and 1 at the 39. Play faking Pulaski, setting up. He's coming back to the left side of the field, and Triggs makes the catch and has a first down. Rolled out of bounds by Vaughn Bryant at the 28-yard line.
Now, this isn't going to work for very long. There's a flag down.
George and Avila having a little conversation there.
Forget the flag. No flag down. Just 2 players getting into it a bit. And they're clearly picking on Bryant now, Hal. That's exactly what we're seeing as they have put Triggs on the near side, matched up with Bryant. Here comes Triggs again, matched up with Bryant again. They've had 2 for 2.
Here's a handoff. Russell White hits, spins out of the tackle. Look at him go, driving across the 25 to the 24. Hard running by White for a 4-yard gain. A little slow to get up. Let's see if Russell's all right. It appears he is. Albert Richardson, the strong safety, made the hit. They see White's knee touch to the 25. It's a gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Jeff Jones is in as the split receiver to the left. Backs in the offset eye. Hand up, Russell White, right side. Stanford has it pretty well jammed up, and White, moving in traffic, gets to about the 22. So it'll bring up 3rd down and about 4 yards to go as Rembus and Richardson made the play for Stanford along with Dave Garnett. 29 yards for White now.
Albert Richardson, that's another player. If you can afford to let your eyes leave the football once in a while, you might want to follow number 8 in that Stanford defense. Albert Richardson, the safety, the strong safety, plays all over the field. Very often a run defender, sometimes back in pass coverage the way he is right now.
3rd and 4, 3 wide receivers set. Caldwell and Dawkins wide right. Triggs split left. Pulaski back to pass. Goes underneath for Triggs. Incomplete. He led him too much to the post. And it'll be 4th down and 4. Triggs had a step on Bryant, but Pulaski's pass led him a bit too much. Triggs got his left hand on it, could not make the catch. It is 4th and 4. Bryan missed a 38-yarder. Now it looks as though he'll attempt a 39 or 40-yarder from the middle of the field. Maybe a yard or 2 left of center.
That is a tough pass to complete in that situation because you run your receiver right into a situation where he might get a head-on hit. Little edgy that time. Ball too far out in front.
Pulaski will spot it just in front of the 30-yard line. So a 40-yard effort for Bryan. The kick is on its way. Doesn't look too pretty. It's no good. He missed this one to the left. And there's a little tag team action going on after the play down below. Somebody will get hit with a personal foul as the yellow flags come out. The feelings here are becoming intensified very, very early.
Was a year ago, Hal, and you'll never forget that one, will you?
I watched that tape last night and just marveled at what he did. 379 all-purpose yards. First down, handoff, Glenn Milburn. Dances through a hole out to the 45. Steps through a tackle at the 50. Into the Bears' territory to the 46-yard line he goes.
Who was that fellow we were just talking about?
You got him wired up on the radio, Murph? Cannon and Wilson make the tackle on Glenn Milburn as he gains from the 37 down to the Cal 46-yard line.
That's the extra dimension in the Stanford offense. You know you've got Bardell. He's such a journeyman. He's so workmanlike. He's going to be there all the time. Stenstrom's a good performer. But Milburn can add the spice to that Stanford offense. He did just then in that first down run.
Pickney and Walsh wide to the right side, and Shaw split left. Walsh in motion. It's a handoff to Milburn. Left tackle. He's jammed up and struggling to about the 43. Looks like he has a 3-yard gain for Stanford, where Jarrett Willard made the tackle for California.
Offensive line, Hal, would love to get that running game going. Those big guys, Hoyam, Dahlman, Kavanaugh, Cassidy, Whitfield across the front. They want to block those Bears. They want to see Milburn and Bardell carrying that ball. Sunshiny day, and row 1, seat 1 in section AA, there's somebody sitting there, and you don't see that very often in Stanford Stadium.
Mike Peckner, our meteorologist from KCBS, told me yesterday it would be 70 degrees, and that would favor Stanford. Stenstrom to throw on first down. Guns it out for Pickney on the right side of the 40. He's got it and dives to the 37-yard line. He'll be about a yard shy of the first down. Wolf Barber, the cornerback, made the tackle. I'm not sure why 70 would favor Stanford, but Peckner felt pretty confident about that. Of course.
What did he say about the weather report? Oh, did he get this part right, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, I think, weathermen have trouble enough with the weather. Anything else they chat about is just extra baggage, I'd kind of stick with the weather if I were those guys. What do you think?
Probably a good idea. 3rd and a yard, less than a yard for Stanford at the 37 of the Bears. Power formation. Lasley and Vardell in the eye. It's Vardell. He's got a first down, getting to about the 35 and bounces off and slides closer to the 34-yard line. Boy, he is hard to bring down. Jarrett Willard knocks him down for Cal, but Vardell's close to the 34-yard line. Tommy now has carried the football 7 times for about 32 yards.
In total offense in that first quarter, Stanford 61 yards, California 97. 2 of 5 in passing for 16 yards for Stenstrom, 6 of 11 for Pawlowski for 54 yards. Time of possession, Stanford 5:29, Cal 9:31. One of the reasons is that Cal received the opening kickoff.
Slot to the right, Pinckney inside. Chris Walsh backs in the eye, Milburn and Vardell. Milburn outside left tackle, being strung out and hit and wrestled down right near the line of scrimmage by Chris Ken. What a way to play run defense by Ken, the left cornerback. He was double tight ends with Pinckney wide left, Walsh split right. Vardell the single setback, Pinckney in motion right. Stenstrom rolling right. Steps up, throws for Walsh, leaps. Can he get it? He's got it at the 21-yard line. Great catch by Walsh.
That's the long down and out.
Bob
Stenstrom
Whitfield, shake it up, Bob. Excuse me. Whitfield stretched out of the 40-yard line.
Whitfield is down. We've never seen him down before. Never seen him down. That is the long out pattern, Hal, as Walsh drives it inside and then breaks sharply to the outside to make the catch. And Whitfield looks like he might have a knee. That is not something you want to look at. Stenstrom made a beautiful throw, and we've said this before, Hal. The pro scouts, when they watch that kind of a play, they immediately write in their notebook, this kid has a chance.
I don't know if Victor could say no to that money, but
Well,
see if we'll get a report on Bob real soon.
$1 million a year, give or take a few.
1st and 10 of the 21 after Walsh's catch. Stenstrom to throw on first down and overthrows Pinckney, incomplete down at the 12-yard line. Stenstrom dropped back, looked right toward Walsh, then came back toward Pinckney, and I think he saw that Cannon had good coverage and just threw it away. It's 2nd and 10.
I agree with that one. Walsh was well covered on the far side as Stanford is moving from our right to our left toward the north end zone.
Stenstrom 5 of 8 for 36 yards so far. He sends Pinckney wide right, Walsh is split left.
Single coverage on Walsh, and doesn't look like there's any help at all.
2nd and 10, and Stenstrom appears to be changing the play, probably noting that.
Safety coming over to help on Walsh now.
2nd and 10, Stenstrom back, throwing for Pinckney at the goal line. He's there, he's got it! Touchdown, Stanford!
They doubled on Walsh, and they made a mistake. The double should have gone the other way, Hal. When Stenstrom saw that, he is such a bright youngster, and he's just so alert. And when we said that the safety was coming toward Walsh, Stenstrom saw the same thing. And that took him away from Walsh and the single coverage on the near side, and he went to the far side to Pinckney for the touchdown.
It's Pinckney's 5th touchdown catch. They've all come in the last 6 games. For Stenstrom, his 14th touchdown throw in 7 games. Mills on to convert. The kick is up. And the kick is good. Timeout with 13:36 to play, 2nd quarter. It is Stanford 7, California nothing. This is bad. That was a
No, it had to be a beautifully thrown ball, and Pinckney ran a great route. Of course, the thing is, the offensive player, the receiver, he knows exactly where he's going. The defensive player has to read that, and pretty tough. Little lag time in there.
Chapman and White are deep for Mills' kickoff, and it's going to be Lindsey Chapman right on the goal line. Out he comes to the right side of the 10, the 15, and hit by Lasley, and down he goes to the 17-yard line. Toby Norwood assisting Lasley on the tackle. So the Bears start at the 17. Let's go down to the sideline and Steve Bitker.
Well, it goes without saying, guys, it's a very fired-up bunch of Cardinal here on the sideline, and also fired up by encouraging news on the status of tackle Bob Whitfield. It looks like a very mild right knee ligament sprain. They're going to tape him up and send him back out there. He's ready to go.
All right, thank you, Steve. Could you turn down $1 million? Here's a handoff on first down to White. Outside left tackle he goes. Breaks the tackle at 25. Spins out of another at the 30 and out to the 35-yard line. Oh, what a run by Russell White. Finally brought down by Gordon and Avila.
Boy, he has great instincts, doesn't he? Once he breaks that line of scrimmage, you can just about program Russell White to cut it back against the grain.
Darian Gordon is limping, and boy, that is something Stanford can ill afford. Gordon's going to stay in the game, but not walking too well. They need him at full speed.
And they got Dawkins. He's man-to-man on Dawkins now.
1st and 10 of the 35. Double tight ends for the Bears with White the single setback. Pulaski, quick drop back, looking for Dawkins, throwing, and it's incomplete as Dawkins slipped and fell, making a cut at the 40-yard line.
And Gordon is still limping, but he had great coverage on Dawkins. Did you see that, Hal? In fact, that ball could have been intercepted by Gordon. It was out in front of Dawkins and Gordon as Dawkins was cutting the pattern back toward the sideline in front of the Cal bench, but Gordon rallied himself and was able to push off that leg. Maybe just a little cramp. Seems to be doing okay now.
2nd and 10. Zumwalt returns to the backfield. Pulaski to pass. Here's the right setting up the screen. White's got the 30. Look out. Eludes Richardson at the 40. Breaks away from Fisk at the 42 and goes to the 44-yard line. Close to a first down. Another beautiful bit of running by Russell White. And he's just shy of the 44. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Long, if relatively undistinguished career in the NFL.
And off to White, right side. He's jammed up behind the line, but carries Richardson forward and gets close to the first down, just shy of the 45. Richardson penetrated, but just wasn't big enough to bring him down by himself. He got help, and White is short by a foot and a half. 4th and that much for the Bears, who appear to be going for it. Now Cal may spend a timeout. Here's a handoff, and Zumwalt hit, but he appears to have crossed the 45-yard line. The Bears think they've made it. We'll wait for them to unstack. Zumwalt running out of the eye position that time, and looks as though he's crossed the 45 by the length of the football, and unless that 5-yard stripe is pretty crooked, Bob, I say he's got it.
Well, we had one before that surprised us, although this one, the yard marker is clearly the north side of the 45-yard line, and the ball is placed almost entirely on the south side of the 45, so it's got to be good by the length of the ball, and it is.
So the Bears with a first down just across the 45-yard line. Today's game is sponsored in part by American Airlines, something special in the air. Triggs goes wide to the left, Dawkins split right, double tight ends, Carpenter and Woodall are in there, and Chapman is the tailback. He takes the handoff, and oh, does he get hit by Tyrone Parker.
Knocked his face out, Hal.
Not a hit by Parker.
It was like a heavyweight fight when you've seen a fighter take a hard right cross right to the chin, and it knocked his mouthpiece clean out.
Glad to see Chapman do that. What a hit he took. It's a loss of 1.5 yards, 2nd and 11.
Ooh, boy, that's fierce stuff.
290 pounds plus. Parker had a steam up, and Chapman got a rock back. Bears go to offensively. Albert up on the line of scrimmage, showing blitz. Pulaski changing the play. 2nd and 11. 2-step drop back, and he guns it. Leaping catch by Dawkins, and knocked off his feet by Richardson, short of the first down. But it's a gain of nearly 10. It'll bring up 3rd down, and it appears less than a yard. He gets a spot near the 45 of Stanford, which is about a yard farther upfield than I thought he ever got, but it's 3rd and inches.
Folks in the stadium and at home, you can see Pulaski coming to that line of scrimmage and looking to his left, looking to his right, and he's looking at the man coverage. Bryant on one side, Gordon on the other, then trying to figure out where that safety Richardson is going to go, where he's going to help out.
3rd and a yard. Zumwalt, right tackle, gets around Parker, has the first down in the grasp of George and Albert and Darian Gordon. And Tom Williams gets there too, but Zumwalt has a first down to the 44-yard line of Stanford. Let's pause. There's Pulaski, hands off to White. Straight ahead he goes, crossing the 40 to about the 39-yard line. Parker was there with help from John Lynch and Coy Gibbs. Looks to be at least 3 for Russell White. We are nearly 5 minutes into the second quarter. 7-0 Stanford is Stenstrom at John Pickney with a 21-yard scoring pass very early in the second period.
Bears seem to be getting a little stronger at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack now, running that ball with a little more authority now than they have at any time previous in the game.
2nd and 6, play faking. Pulaski sets up all day back there, throwing for Triggs. Bryant is there, knocked away, incomplete. Bryant appeared to have the better shot at that football, and Triggs may have done a pretty good job of playing defense on it. It'll be incomplete and 3rd down and 6.
Brian Triggs was, he's really fun. He's a nice young man, and he was at the Bond Club with us on Thursday, and we had to move the microphone down. We said we moved the microphone down for guys like you, Brian, and jockeys. He's a little tiny guy, and Bryant, who's not very big, is bigger than Triggs.
3 wide receiver set. Caldwell and Triggs wide left. Dawkins split right. White the single setback. 3rd and 6 at the 39 of Stanford. Pulaski changing the play. Two-step drop back. Throwing for Dawkins. He's in front. He can't get it. Incomplete at the 10.
That.
Pulaski setting up in the shotgun here for the first time, and they're a man short, it appears. Now Triggs comes back onto the field.
Little confusion now. 11 seconds on the play clock.
4th and 6.
8 of 15, 75 yards for
And
Pulaski.
Pulaski's going to punt it. And boy, that's high and not very far. That looks like one of mine in the street. And it lands at the 30 and takes a reverse hop. And if that was a pooch punt, it had too much pooch, Murph.
Infield fly rule, Hal. He lines up right down below us here, and he is limping as he comes to the line of scrimmage.
Stanford has it at the 31 after an 8-yard punt by Pulaski. Slot to the right. Pinckney in the slot inside Walsh. Play faking Stenstrom. Sets up. Throwing on first down. Out for Pinckney in the right flat. Has it to the 35. And John leaps toward the first down. Going out of bounds across the 40-yard line, it appears, and maybe very close to that first down. Wolf Barber brought him down.
If they get the first down, Hal, they did it because of an extraordinary stretching exercise done by Pinckney after the catch, and they do, in fact, get the first down. Beautifully thrown ball once again by Stenstrom with that strong arm.
That's Pink's 4th catch of the day, and, of course, that includes the touchdown. 1st and 10 at the 41.
Huskies ahead of the Cougars 6-0 in the early going.
Milburn leaves the game. Lasley is in to replace him. Whatnight is a wingback on the right side with Walsh split left. And here comes Whatnight in motion to the left side. And up Bardell comes back to the right, but jammed up right away. Nothing at all. No gain. Monahan in at nose guard, and Barber make the tackle. Monahan in replacing Mac Travis. Travis suffered a broken bone in his right arm and is playing with a soft cast today. For now, Monahan is in. 2nd and 10 at the 41. No gain for Tommy Bardell, who has netted just 20 yards today and 7 carries.
Trying to run the counter that time. Michigan beat Ohio State today 31-3.
3 wide receivers set for the Cardinal. 2-step drop back for Stenstrom. Guns it out. It's caught by Milburn and gets to the 50. Loses the ball at the 50-yard line. He's down. It looks as though it'll bring up 3rd and 1. Zumoff, the roverback, made the tackle. Now, wait a minute. They may be spotting it closer to the 48.
Milburn fumbled the ball, and I was wondering.
I think it went out of bounds, yeah.
We can't see the sideline because the Cal players and coaches are standing up there, but the Bears had a chance to receive it if it didn't go out of bounds. But
Ball's brought back to the point of the fumble.
Ball's going back to the point of the fumble. It's at the 48, which makes it 3rd down and 3.
Big 3rd down play here, obviously.
9 minutes to play, 2nd quarter. Cardinal with a 7-point lead at 7-0 as the Stanford players huddle up. 3rd and 3 at their 48. Walsh and Pinckney go wide to the right. Pink will be in the slot. Milburn and Bardell split backs. Now with an 8-man front. Stenstrom rolling right and throwing for Milburn. He's got it. First down as he goes to the 45 of the Bears.
Wow, what a catch that one was, Hal, as he had to reach up and catch that ball with his hands up over his head. Very similar to a play we saw last week in Pullman. Remember when Stanford needed the first down desperately? In fact, they actually scored on that very same play with the running rollout pass to the right. Stenstrom, a right-handed quarterback, very comfortable running to his right and throwing in that direction. Milburn out in front of slower people because he is so quick. Gets the first down after a nice catch. 1st and 10 at the Bears 45. Double tight ends. Walsh is flank right. Milburn behind Bardell in the eye, and the Bears come across the line. I don't think anybody moved. Were they drawn? He hit Kavanaugh.
But not believed to be serious, and he should be back out on the field as well.
All right, thanks, Steve.
Now 9 of 12, 81 yards. 1st and 5 at the 40. Double tight ends. Pinckney flank left. And off to Milburn. Slices through a hole and gets about 3 to the 37, it appears.
Milburn, the ball carrier.
Glenn tackled by Jason Wilborn. They've marked it maybe closer to the 38. It'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Cardinal. 8:35 to play in the 2nd quarter. Stanford with a 7-0 lead over Cal, and it'll be at the 38, 2nd and 3. Boy, these defenses are stingy, Hal. These are two really high-powered, high-octane offenses, both Stanford and California. And points are hard to come by in this game. Walsh wide right, Pinckney split left. The backs are split, Bardell and Milburn. Stenstrom, 2-step drop again. Throws in, it's incomplete and nearly intercepted by the Bears' Eric Zumoff. 3 wide receiver set as Milburn is slotted left inside Walsh. Pinckney split right, 3rd down and 3 at the Bears' 38. Stenstrom, quick drop back, throws, and it's incomplete for Pinckney. He was hit as he released the football. And I think Wilburn got a piece of that ball. And it'll be 4th and 3 at the Cal 38. Little decision time for Denny Green here.
Boy, if he'd gotten that ball to Pinckney, I think that might have been a score. Man-to-man coverage all the way with Chris Cannon about 1.5 yards behind Pinckney and a little bit behind him. I think if he'd gotten the ball out in front to Pinckney, I think he would have run it in.
The punt team started out for Stanford. Now the offense heads back out. The play clock is down to 13, and Stanford, well, they could take a 5-yard penalty here and punt comfortably. Let's see what they'll do. So that'll give the coaches a little longer to think about this and whether they would want to waste a timeout. And now they do take the timeout, so that might indicate they'll go for it.
So the question is, you know, what are you playing with? What they're guaranteeing now, or they're trying for right now, is that Stonehouse, who's out there to punt, they've changed their mind, that he can get the ball inside the 20. That's what they're gambling on now. They don't want to turn the ball over, but they sure want good field position as a result of this punt.
Barber is back with Triggs awaiting the kick. Stonehouse has a snap at his 50.
And he kicks it into the end
Drives it
zone.
into the end zone.
Like he always does. His best kicks.
Now John Lynch is going at it down below with Ryan Peary. They're separated. Boy, there's some feelings out there. Bears will get it at the 20, continuing to trail 7-0.
A low one.
Bears
Hoppy.
ready to go without a huddle here. Pulaski is set on first down and hands it to Wilborn, and he's hit, or rather Chapman hit by Williams, who obviously is okay with that neck problem. And Lindsey Chapman stopped for less than a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9, just shy of the 21-yard line.
Tommy Williams playing a whale of a football game over there. He's had a lot of hits in this game. A little stinger or burner, as the players call him, just a little twinge in one of those nerves around the base of the neck.
3 wide receivers set. Pulaski sprinting out to his right, looking upfield. Now George gets it up to him, and the completion to Caldwell at the 30. Caldwell out of bounds to the 37-yard line. Mike Caldwell tackled by Dave Garnett, and Caldwell, who came into the game with just 19 catches, has 4 of them today. Unknown names sometimes play big parts in the big game, don't they, Bob?
Oh, that's been a tradition. That goes back many, many years.
Williams has been in on 8 tackles already. Garnett got Caldwell just shy of the 36.
I think of Jay Torchio.
Oh, yeah. Pulaski straight back to pass on first down. Sets up and throws underneath, and a diving catch by Hawley, who's touchdown right away, and now a flag at the end of the play. Holy cow.
Would that be called on Gordon, do you suppose?
I guess just touching down the receiver. Of course, you don't have to do that in college as you do in the pro, but it certainly wasn't a hit. He just kind of put his hands on him. But that's going to cost Stanford 15, it appears.
Boy, oh boy.
It's happened at the Stanford 45. They go again with 3 wide receivers. Briggs and Caldwell wide left, or no, it's Callan in there, and Dawkins is split right. Stanford coming on the blitz. Pulaski fumbles as he's hit. It's up for grabs, and Stanford has it. Coy Gibbs recovers at the 40.
Well, if they right now, there's a penalty down on the field. Now you wonder which way that one goes. I think that one's against the Bears. They would not let go of Gibbs. They kept wrestling with him after he had recovered the fumble so cleanly. This one might go the other way.
It was Sayon Albert forcing the fumble. Remember, he forced the fumble and recovered in the end zone at Washington State last week. He forces here. Gibbs gets on top of it at the 41-yard line. Now what's the penalty?
Ball was fumbled, recovered by the red team. We have a dead ball, personal foul, 15 yards.
There's a major league penalty right there. Bruce Snyder, I'm sure, not happy about that. I don't think the call was unreasonable because they kept hassling Gibbs long after he had recovered the fumble. And if they write a textbook or do a video on the blitz, that play will be used. That was Sayon Albert.
Well, he just hit a seam and came in untouched, I think. He was all over Pulaski.
Just as he did from the 8-yard line last week in Pullman when he hit Drew Bledsoe, pried the ball loose, and he did the whole thing. He set the table, had the banquet, and did the dishes. He hit Bledsoe, pried the ball loose, fell on the ball, got the sack, got the touchdown, and the whole deal.
Pinckney wide left, Walsh split right. 1st and 10 of the 26. Stenstrom to pass. Here's the rush. Steps in front of it. Now he's going to run. Tripped up and lands at the 23. He almost got away. Someone got him by the ankle, or he had a big gain. Mac Travis, the nose guard, got him.
He had Walsh and Milburn on the right side, Pinckney on the left side, trying desperately to pry one of those 3 loose.
7.5, just shy of the 23. Double tight ends, Walsh flank right. Mardell and Lasley the setbacks. Vardell takes the handoff, still going, driving a crowd forward and crossing the 20. Getting to the 19-yard line. Boy, he is hard to bring down.
Did Cassidy get a hit, and it was almost too late on Cornell Collier that time. He just banged him right after the tackle.
Ryan Peary made the tackle on Vardell. The gain is across the 20. It's 3rd down and 4. 5:45 to play in the first half. Stanford leading 7-0. A big 3rd and 4 here at the 20 as they try to capitalize on the fumble recovery.
Stenstrom now, Hal, will look for coverage. They've got Milburn in the slot to the right side. They can't double everybody. They're going to have trouble with Milburn in this set, I think.
Milburn and Walsh wide right. Pinckney split left. Stenstrom looking right. Now throwing left for Pinckney. Intercepted. Picked off back to the 5-yard line and tackle at the 6. It was Chris Cannon making the interception in front of Pinckney.
Ill-advised throw by Stenstrom that time. He did, as we indicated he might, look first for Milburn on the right side, and he had Walsh a little deeper in the pattern. He didn't like what he saw on the right side, came back, and you could see a little lack of decision in the throw, a rather hesitant throw, and Pinckney did a great job of suddenly playing defense to make the tackle on the 6-yard line after the interception.
Yeah, I think the pass was there if he'd thrown it sooner, Bob. He just waited too long. So the turnovers nullify one another, and the Bears get it back at the 6, and Stanford misses a golden opportunity. First down, a handoff. Russell White, right tackle, cuts back left and flies out to the 10-yard line. 4 for White. Dave Garnett made the tackle.
Colorado beat Iowa State 17-14 today. Colorado, a team we remember.
Boy, they played well since Stanford took care of them here.
Washington has increased their lead 12-7 now, but the Cougars have scored against that tough Husky defense.
Dawkins wide to the right. Trigg split left. Pulaski hands to White again. He's out to the 14-yard line, really the 15. Albert Richardson got him with Dave Garnett. It's defense here.
5-yard pickup, 3rd and 1.
3rd and a long yard for the Bears at the 15. Head off White, hit behind the line by Williams. He loses 2.
What a game for Tommy Williams.
9 tackles already.
Career day for Williams.
The Bears will have to punt.
4 minutes exactly left, and the time is ticking. Stanford will have plenty of time to move the ball. Kick will be made. Little breeze at the back here.
Noonan has the snap, gets the kick away from his 5. Milburn waiting at the 40-yard line. Comes up now, misjudged it, fumbles as he goes back. Picks it up with a 35 and is buried there. Well, it looked like a very returnable ball for Glenn, but he misjudged it, then fumbled it as he went back and picked it up and got buried by Wilson. So Stanford gets it at its 35-yard line, continuing to lead 7-0 over Cal.
Pick that ball up, recover it. He did that. Didn't get any return, but Stanford's got the football at the 35.
Walsh wide right, Pinckney split left, Baxter split, 1st and 10 of the 35. And up Vardell, tripped up, keeps his feet out to the 40, maybe the 41-yard line. Bears keep getting a piece of Tommy. He's doing his darndest to keep his footing. Wilburn tripped him up. Vardell has 5 yards plus on the play. And Tommy now for the afternoon has carried 9 times for 28 yards.
Oh, you're on the assist.
Clock shows 3:15 as Stanford huddles up. Ball just across the 40. It's 2nd down and about 5. Wetnight is on as a wingback with Walsh split left. Lasley is in replacing Milburn. Wetnight comes in motion to the left side. Handoff Vardell again. Straight ahead. 1st down. Breaks the tackle. 45. Tommy the 50. 45 for the Bears. The 40. The 30. And run out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Like I told you, the Bears have been getting a piece of him. They did again there, but he shook free. Stepped out of a couple of tackles and runs into the 29, a 31-yard gainer for Vardell.
Ever been to the running of the bulls in Pamplona?
No.
That must be what it's like.
Great straight arm on Cannon to get outside. Vardell to the 29, 1st and 10 for Stanford now. Another chance to add to their lead. 2:55 remaining in the half. Plenty of time for the Cardinal.
I think I'd rather take my chances in Pamplona. I don't think I'd want to try Vardell.
Walsh wide right, Pinckney in the slot to the right. Vardell gets a breather. Lasley to replace him. Hand off Glenn Milburn, left side. The short side sweep. He stumbles, tripping, and is pushed out of bounds at the 28. Milburn had some loose footing down there at the 30 and lost his momentum. He has about 2 2nd and 8 as we go down to the sideline, and Steve Bitker. And really getting it into it here. 2nd and 8. Ball at the 27 of the Bears. Milburn in motion to the right side. Stenstrom dropping the pass. Here's the rush. He's hit. He's sacked. Back at the 37. Jason Wilborn, the outside linebacker, came through to get Stenstrom.
Way to go. 15 yards to be exact.
Ball's at the 35 of the Bears. 2:10 to play in the second quarter. Pinckney heads wide to the right. Now Stanford is going to have to stop the clock as the play clock was down to 4 seconds. So timeout the Cardinal.
To set Mills up for a field goal, or at least the attempt of a field goal.
Walsh and Pinckney wide right. Shaw split left. Stenstrom straight drop back. Here's the rush again. He steps in front of it, looking for Milburn, completes it to the 30, breaks the tackle, and he's going to be hit at the 27-yard line.
Here comes Mills.
Yep, that gets him into field goal range. Big rush from the outside as Wilburn got through again, but Stenstrom deftly stepped in front of it, found Milburn out in the left flat, the safety valve receiver, and that gets it into field goal range. Mills coming on. Aaron is 5 for 12 this year. This will figure to be just about a 45-yard effort. His long effort is 40 for the season.
How about if Mills makes the difference in this game?
Wouldn't that be something?
Is that a big game story for you?
Would not be atypical. It's at the left hash mark. Smith the hold. Parker Bailey to snap. 44-yard effort for Aaron Mills. Placed down by Smith. Kick is on its way. It'll be long enough. No good.
Missed it to the right.
So the field goal kickers have missed on 3 chances now. That was a long one for Mills. His longest effort of the year, 40. He misses from 44. And the Bears now have, if not had to dodge bullets, Bob, they've been in jeopardy at right. Pulaski has White and Zumwalt behind him. Back to pass is Mike. Good protection. Throwing underneath. Zumwalt has it to the 32. Fakes left, fakes right, and slammed down by Richardson at the 34-yard line.
Clock will keep ticking. Cal has two timeouts left.
They'll go without a huddle. Craigs and Caldwell remain wide out to the left side. Dawkins split right. It's 7-0 Stanford. Pulaski straight back to pass. Sets up. He's throwing deep for Dawkins. He's in front with Verdell. He's got it. The 30. He's gone. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, California. Sean Dawkins, I'm not sure if he and Riddell maybe got their legs tangled up, but Dawkins just ran away from Riddell, and Pulaski laid it out there beautifully, and the Bears now have a chance to tie it.
Well, we talked about that earlier, too. Big plays. You play that man coverage. It's a gambling kind of defense. Dawkins took advantage of it that time.
Bryant on to attempt the conversion, which would tie it up for the Bears. Good snap, spotted and kicked. And it's all even. So the Bears stun Stanford with one big play. 65 yards from Pulaski to Dawkins, and we're all tied up at 7 here. So the Bears offense struggling throughout the second quarter, strikes quickly, and it's all tied. Bernardo and Milburn waiting on the 4-yard line as Doug Bryan will kick it off for Cal. The motion's just swinging one side to the other here, as so often happens in this game. Short kick. Milburn runs up, makes the catch on the run of the 12. Out to the 20, tripped up and driving to the 27, maybe the 28-yard line. So the Cardinal starts there. 1st and 10 to the 28 as we pause 10 seconds for station identification.
Oh, that could hurt him now. 1:14 left.
Milburn and Vardell with the setbacks. Stenstrom back to pass on 1st down. Going underneath for Vardell, has it to the 30, out to the 35, and tackled apparently. Well, he's very close to a 1st down at the 38-yard line. We'll have to wait and see. Sanders and Zumwalt made the hit. Clock stopped momentarily at 1:06. I guess we may have a measurement here.
Maybe he did get it.
38. Walsh and Pinckney wide right. Shaw split left. Bears nearly jump offside. I guess he got back. Stenstrom to pass. Now there is a marker down. Completes it to Vardell on the right flat. Breaks a tackle. Tommy out to the 45 to the 49-yard line. He appears to have another 1st down. I think Cal was offside as Wolf Barber, the cornerback, came across. He jumped back. If Vardell has the 1st down, that'll give Stanford the ball at the 49. touchdown, but also 2 interceptions. Ball's at the 49 of Stanford. 54 seconds to play in the half. It's tied at 7. Steve back to pass. Here comes the rush. He throws for Vardell again at the 50. Gets away at the 45 to the 40 of the Bears. Stops the clock with another first down.
Boy, that's
3 plays in a row they've done that.
That's 3 for 3 for Stenstrom to Vardell, and that's a good tactic, Hal, because what you've got 4 across the field underneath in the zone. You've got the 2 safeties in a zone behind them. They're backpedaling. You give the ball to your big fullback, and he's crashing it up field. He's tough to bring down. 3 first downs in a row.
And stopping the clock each time. Stenstrom to pass again. Good protection. Looking now. He throws for Walsh. He drops it at the 24-yard line. Oh, what a hit he took. Catches today. Stanford would like to get him the ball more often. 62 coming into the game. 3 wide receivers set. 2nd and 10 at the 40 with 35 seconds. Stenstrom straight drop back. Good protection again. Going to the near sideline for Pinckney. He's open. It's overthrown at the 20. Incomplete. Right under the sideline. Too much.
One right now.
Pinckney and Walsh wide left. Shaw split right. Back to pass he goes. They pick up the rush. Now it's in front of him. He throws upfield, and a catch by David Shaw going out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
What a throw that was. 24 seconds. Still a lot of time left, Hal. From the 24, Stanford would have probably 3 plays to try to get the ball into the...
22. That's just the 5th catch of the year for David Shaw. What a big one.
But you got room to run routes from this point.
Milburn goes out in the slot. He and Shaw wide right. Pinckney and Walsh split left. Stanford with a chance to regain the lead here. Last 24 seconds of the half. Stenstrom back to pass. Throwing for Chris Walsh. He's got it. Tackled at the 13.
Stop the clock.
Will run with 17 seconds. No, it's short of the first down. It's about an 8-yard gain.
Pretty close.
Clock running with 12 seconds. Stenstrom with 9 seconds. They have a timeout. 6 seconds. He spikes it.
Don't know whether you want to take a chance with 6 seconds or not. I don't you to play. Not at 6 seconds. I just don't think you have the time. You've got to try and hang 3 points on the board here and get the lead at halftime. It picks your team up. It gives you the lead. It gives you a whole base on which to start play in the second half. They'll set it clearly right on the 20. Here's a 30-yard attempt almost straight away.
Yeah, just a couple of yards right of center. Smith the hole. Parker Bailey to snap. Mills has a chance to give Stanford the lead. Low snap. Smith places it down. Kicks up. It's good. So Mills puts Stanford in front. Each team has had 2 field goal tries. Stanford's Aaron Mills has made 1, Bob, and the Cardinal now leads for the 2nd time at 10-7.
And Mills has made the difference, Hal. At least in the first 30 minutes he's made the difference. Stanford has the lead 10-3, and that 3 points belongs to the much talked about Aaron Mills, the place kicker for the Cardinal, not Doug Bryan, the place kicker for California.
Chapman are deep. I suspect Mills will drive a ground ball here to run out the half. Here's the run up. He does drive it. Will land at about the 25 and field it upfield, and running to the 25 out to the 30-yard line. It's Wilborn and goes out of bounds. Jason Wilborn running it out to end the first half. So the Cardinal goes to the locker room with the lead after 30 minutes. There's the end of the first half. It is Stanford 10, California 7, and we'll be back in just... Doug Bryan has a teed up right in the middle of the field. Milburn and Granardo standing at their 2-yard line. 10-7, Stanford leads as we go to the 3rd quarter of the 94th big game. Bryan hits the ball well. It's coming to Granardo at the 2-yard line. Aussie straight ahead, 5, 10, 15, out to the 20. Leaps through a pile to the 25, comes out to the 30, and he's hemmed in there and thrown down at about the 31-yard line. Wolf Barber was the first man to hit him, so Stanford gets it at the 31-yard line, going to work here in the 3rd quarter. Pinckney wide left, Walsh split right. Pinckney comes in motion to the left side, backs in the eye. Hand off Glenn Milburn through a hole, cuts back at the 35, and Milburn out to the 37 or 38-yard line in the grasp of Chris Cannon. So good running gain from Milburn on first down of about 7. It will be 2nd and 3. Stanford with Glenn Kavanaugh at center. Brian Cassidy and Chris Dahlman are the guards. It tackles Bob Whitfield, who's back in there, and Steve Hoyam. Turner Bowers, the tight end. Chris Walsh goes wide left. Pinckney leaves the game. Ryan Whatnight is in as the wingback to the right. Lasley and Vardell are the setbacks. It's 2nd and about 3. Here's a hand up. Vardell and spins around. Didn't get much. He got up to the 38 and was thrown down. Defense coming up to meet Tommy.
Stanford clearly in a running formation that time. kind of a wing-back right formation with only one wide receiver on the left side, running to strength, running just off right guard that time, not getting much. And here's that big third down play. You don't want third down plays very often when you want to hold on to the football and drive down and score. Here's a big one right now, and you're still in your own territory.
Darren Clapter is in as a second tight end with Bauer, Armour the wingback, Vardell and Lasley the setbacks. Stenstrom rolling right. Here's a big rush. He throws, and it's caught by Lasley. 45 to midfield. 45 of the Bears, and out of bounds at the 43-yard line. The play we talked about earlier, Bob, same as the one that scored at Washington State, only this time it's Lasley in there instead of Milburn. David Wilson got him way down at the Cal 43.
Yeah, it's a running play set, Hal, and the Bears, of course, as we've said, watching a lot of videotape over the course of the week, and they're expecting the running play, third and short. They think they're going to defend probably Stanford running according to their tendency to the left side. Instead, they come out passing to the right. Lasley did a nice job with the ball once he caught it.
First and 10 at the Cal 43. Pinckney wide left, Walsh split right, Baxter split, Stenstrom straight back to pass, steps in front of the rush, throws for Vardell, one-handed catch at the 40, 35 of the Bears, and down to the 33-yard line, and a marker at the end of the play. Jason Willard, Jarrett Willard and Eric Zumwalt made the hit, and a very late flag. Let's see what it is.
Late. First down for the Cardinal.
First and 10 at the 18. Walsh goes out wide left.
Single coverage on Walsh all the way.
Double tight ends, Clapter and Bauer. Vardell and Lasley in I formation. Hand off Vardell, left side, straight through a hole he goes, across the 15, across the 10, and Vardell to the 9. Maybe the 8-yard line. Jarrett Willard and Ryan Peary make the tackle there. That's close to a first down. Maybe about a yard short. We'll have to wait for them to spot the ball. It's at the 9, it appears. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Little misdirect on that play with cross-blocking up front, and Vardell just pummeling across that line of scrimmage and very nearly getting the first down.
You know, they talk about running backs getting stronger as games go along and defense is tiring, Bob, but Vardell certainly looks like he's getting stronger as this game progresses.
Well, we noticed that, you know, in the later stages of that second quarter.
Power formation, backs in the eye, 2nd and a yard at the 9. It's Tommy Vardell straight ahead, through the 5, through the 4, to the 3.
Boy, he's running right through him, Hal.
Wilborn and Willard finally get him at the 3-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for Stanford.
Running right through the Bears, and I will guarantee you that he's going to keep getting the football as long as that kind of stuff happens.
75 yards on the ground for Vardell today. It's 1st and goal at the 3-yard line as Stanford has a chance to add to a 3-point lead. Clapter and Bauer, double tight ends. Armour flank bite. It's Vardell behind Lasley in the eye. 1st and goal of the 3, Armour in motion left. Hand up Vardell left side, drives inside the 2, maybe close to the 1. We'll have to wait for them to unstack. Whitfield and Cassidy gave him a little room. Jarrett Willard made the hit for the Golden Bears. As they unstack, he is inside the 2, it appears. Now one of the Cal players is down. Inside the 1. Matt Miller is into the Bears defensive line, replacing Travis. 2nd and goal at the 1. Power formation again. Backs in the eye. It's Vardell, left side, flies toward the goal line. He's in! Touchdown, Stanford!
That time the crease was between Whitfield and Cassidy on the left side, and Vardell goes airborne about the 4-yard line and propels himself into the end zone for the score. Touchdown Tommy does it again, and Stanford has fulfilled its mission, at least this far.
That is touchdown number 18 of the season for Vardell and the 35th of his Stanford career.
And that was the goal, Hal, to take that opening kickoff and drive it right down the field to score, and they've done it. And here's Mills with the kick.
Mills' kick on the way. It's good. So Stanford leads by 10. Timeout with 11:32 to play in the 3rd quarter. It's Stanford 17, California 7.
Hammering fans below.
Chapman and White are deep for the kickoff, which is very short for Mills, and Chapman makes the catch at his 14, up the middle, 20, 25, through a hole to 30, and caught and dropped at the 37-yard line by Beckett Hinckley. Hinckley made the tackle. Chapman almost got away, so the Bears get excellent field position at the 36. Stanford leading by 10 for the first time, Bob, but I can recall saying this early last year in the 3rd quarter. We're just getting started.
Oh, yeah. This game is just warming up now. Mike Pulaski, what a competitor he is. He's got a big offense to call upon. Russell White has probably not done all his stuff
Here's
yet.
a toss
Here he goes.
to White. Right side sweep. Cuts in across the 40. First down at the 46-yard line. Running a wide right side sweep, and then he cuts it back behind a good block, I believe, from Eric Malum, the right guard. And, well, they spotted him right on the 46. He may be just short of the first down.
His footballs next door, Hal, are gifts of Pepsi and our pals down at the Sundance Mine Company. And we only got one, and Talboy, of course, glommed onto that. Loves toys.
Another handoff to White. Avila gets there, and he got help, perhaps from Williams. And also off the bottom of the pile was Seon Albert. Russell White appeared to get the first down yardage. Well, let's see. Been fooled by that chain gang a couple of times today. He does have the first just across the 46-yard line. Cal had Stanford down 17-3 early last year. It was 17-6 at the half, so a 17-7 lead in this game doesn't seem like a whole lot, although points have come rather grudgingly so far today. First down handoff to White again. Big hole over the middle. 50, breaks the tackle, 45. Bryant can't get him to the sideline, the 40, and brought down to the 35-yard line by Tom Williams. Wow, a big hole opened up by the Cal line. White shot through it, then got outside, and has run it about a 19-yard gainer there to the 35-yard line of Stanford.
Talked about Russell White running back against the grain, and he does that so well. Hits that line of scrimmage and then just turns it right against the pursuit. And when he breaks that barrier, he's got open field ahead of him.
And he always looks like he's running so easily. Play faking Pulaski on first down. Sets up. He's throwing deep into the secondary down the right side. It's going to be overthrown for Dawkins, but he's interfered with by Gordon. Gordon did not know where the ball was because I think it was going to be overthrown, but he tripped Dawkins. And Cal will benefit from a 15-yard penalty, it would appear. 10 on the season, and Gordon interfered with him in the end zone there. First and 10 of the 20. Toss to Chapman, right side. Blast through a hole. Oh, a big play made by Williams again. Tom Williams in double digits on tackles now, and held that to about a 1-yard gain when it looked like Chapman might get outside and be off to the races.
Williams just having a very alert day against the run, especially against the run.
Second and 10. Virtually no gain on that play. 17-7 Stanford. Greggs comes out wide left, and Dawkins will be on the slot to the left. Chapman and Woodall double tight ends. White the single setback.
Boy, they're all up there, man coverage.
Pulaski straight back. Throws in front of the rush. Woodall bobbles, can't hang on. It's incomplete at about the 12-yard line. George broke through to hurry that play. Seon Albert on the coverage on Woodall. It'll be 3rd down and 10 now. Big play coming up. Caldwell comes in. Trips left. Caldwell, Dawkins, and Triggs all wide left. 3rd and 10 at the Stanford 20. White the single setback. Pulaski's changing the play. Gets back under center now. Straight back. 2-step drop back, and he slips and falls as he tried to set up. Albert falls on top of him at the 25.
Pulaski takes a swing at Seon Albert. Seon Albert fell on Pulaski just about the time he lost his footing and hit the ground, and then Pulaski took a swing at him with his left hand and then gave him a signal with a single finger as he was leaving. A little heated situation. Now Bryan will go in again. This is a longer kick. He's missed 2. This is the longest attempt he's had, 42 yards.
He has a 51-yarder to his credit this year. Ball's at the right hash mark. Pulaski to hold. Good step. Spotted and kicked. Going to be long enough. No good. He missed it right again. Wow. And now a penalty marker at the end of the play. Tom Williams and one of the Bears were pointing. So it's going to be a 15-yarder one way or the other, I'd assume. I do see a second marker. Boy, things are hot down there. The field goal by Bryan misses. Stanford continues to lead 17-7. And which way will this penalty go? Stanford would get the football at about the 25-yard line without a penalty. We'll listen up for Jim
Field
Springer.
goal was no good. Dead ball. Personal foul after the play. Kicking team, 15 yards, first down.
So that'll give Stanford the ball out at about the 40-yard line.
Frustration, Hal. Frustration at missing scoring opportunities.
And Al Talboy says it was Doug Bryan, the kicker.
Pulaski, well,
Al's never been wrong.
there is frustration right there. Bryan is not used to missing. Now he's missed from 42, 40, and 39 yards.
He came in 19 of 25 for the season. Boy, that is a big change for him.
Stanford gets a big break in field position. 40-yard line now.
Lasley and Vardell in I formation behind Steve Stenstrom at the slot right, and a handoff Vardell over the middle, 5-6 yards, picking his way through a little hole at left guard.
Cassidy is just fabulous today, Hal. Big Brian Cassidy just pummeling people at the point of attack. Vardell running right off his flanks.
Yards to a touchdown, the first time they had the football here in the second half. Slot right again with the backs in the eye. Another handoff to Vardell. Left side, he's tripped up, dives forward, gets close to the 49-yard line, about a 3-yard gain, where Cornell Collier made the tackle for Cal. Pepsi is again proud to be a sponsor of two for Stanford as Vardell's knee touch just across the 48.
87 for Vardell now.
Power formation. Handoff Vardell again. Drives into the pile. Blasts through it. He's got a first down at the 46 of the Bears, maybe the 45.
He's going to get
and another marker at the end of the play now. Vardell seemed to be stopped and just bounced out of the pile and gets to the 45 where Mick Barsala made the tackle. Now here's another penalty after the play.
Vardell will get the 1,000 yards, it
Dead ball.
appears.
Personal foul. Defense. 15 yards. First down.
Boy, Cal is really hurting themselves with personal fouls. That's about 4 of them today.
Hal, you wonder, do you have the same thought that I do? Cal taunting the Cardinal when they came out, all the dialogue through the course of the week, and just a little bit out of control perhaps off the field, and maybe even more out of control on the field?
I thought I'm not taunting Stanford in their unity run was pretty dumb. I mean, you want to fire up the other guy a little more?
Yeah, and I'm not trying to be critical of the Bears, but it just seems like they're out of control on the field, and it's hurting them terribly.
How many penalties is that, Fred? That's at least 4 personal fouls, 8 on the day for the Bears. 1st and 10 at the Cal 30 now. And up Vardell again through a hole, twists out of a tackle to the 25. He's still going to the 23 and all the way to the 22. Vardell is getting stronger as we go along. Peary and Wilson finally get him. About 8 more for Vardell.
And he has his 1,000 yards with that carry. He goes over. He had 9:02 coming in today, needed 98. He's now got 101, so he's over the 1,000 yards, and what an accomplishment. That was not a goal, not a target, not even a realization for Tommy Vardell. He's such a humble youngster. He said, I didn't think I had that kind of capability. Well, he has it now. He just went over 1,000 yards.
2nd and 2. Handoff Tommy Vardell. Counter right side. First down across the 20 to the 15.
He's hot.
Vardell, this drive has consisted of 5 straight Vardell runs, and they've gone from the 40 down to the Cal 15 with the 8 of that 15-yard. I think it's kind of like Vince Lombardi days. Let's see you stop it. Now he gets a breather, and Lasley and Milburn are in the backfield. Tommy will catch his breath for a moment. 1st and 10. Just outside the 15. Handoff to Milburn. He's in trouble. Breaks a tackle and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Did well to do that. Milburn stopped by Jason Wilborn, the Bears' outstanding outside backer. That's evolved as the season has gone along. It's 2nd and 10 at the Cal 15, slot right with Pinckney in the slot. Stenstrom rolling right, being chased. In trouble now and throwing for Pinckney, knocked away. Good play by David Wilson to break that one up. Wilson, the free safety, has his 5th interception of the season today and came from behind with a leap, and his right arm knocked the pass away. It is 3rd down and 10 now.
That he carried the ball in the Stanford offense.
Shaw wide left. Pinckney and Walsh split right. Milburn and Vardell the setbacks. 3rd and 10 at the Cal 15 and go wide right. Milburn and Vardell split backs. 3rd and 10 at the Cal 15.
2 safeties in his zone.
Stenstrom straight drop back. Has good protection. He's throwing for the end zone for Pinckney. He's there. Can't make the catch. It led him just a little too much. What a great route Pink ran, and the ball led him just too much to the sideline. So the field goal team will come on. Stanford trying to add to a 17-7 lead. Cannon and Wilson, the free safety, were there on the coverage, but Pink had beaten them.
Yeah, there again, much zip. Wanted to be sure the ball wasn't intercepted. Took the ball away from his receiver also.
Mills with a 32-yard effort, left hash mark. He's 1 for 2 today. Good snap. Spotted down by Smith. Kick on its way. Didn't hit it well. It's no good. Boy, the kicker's having a rough day. Mills 1 for 3. Bryant 0 for 3. Cal gets it. Still trailing 17-7 with 5:34 to play in this third quarter, and missed opportunities for both sides becoming very significant as this afternoon wears on.
And we're 38-39 and 42 yards.
First down, handoff. Russell White hit behind the line and does well to get a yard, perhaps, for the 21. To the right with Caldwell back in there with Dawkins. Pulaski rolling right. George steps up in his face as he throws, and he overthrows Caldwell as George broke through there. And Fisk was coming from the other side.
Big breakup for Ron George that time. Right there on the play. Did not get the sack. Listen to this yelling. Now, they said that yell leaders would not work, Hal, that this was a thing of the past. Sam Whiting for the Chronicle wrote a piece on this during the week, and yelling is back. There are cheerleaders. They are yelling. Listen in the background.
Third and a long 9. 3 wide receivers set for the Bears. Back to pass Pulaski. Has time throwing upfield for Dawkins. He's open. He's got it at the 40 and out of bounds at the 45-yard line as Dawkins got open between Riddell and Lynch, and a big first down play on 3rd and almost 10 for the Bears. Riddell knocks him out of bounds up at the 43-yard line. And Triggs all wide left. It's 1st and 10 at the 46 of Cal. Pulaski looking over the 8-man front, 2-step drop back and throws, and it's caught by Caldwell again. Wrestled down by Sion Albert at the 49, about a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down, and a good tackle by Sion Albert. Let's pause 10 seconds now for station identification.
And Riddell didn't get off the field.
2nd and 7, handoff to White as the marker does come down. White's got about a 6-yard gain to the 41, to the 45, so Cal can have it 3rd and 1, or they could have it 2nd and about 2. Little decision there, Bob. Avila and Fisk made the tackle.
5 points a game. Their low was against Washington. They scored 17.
Handoff right, starts right, comes back left, and drives for a first down. Boy, there wasn't much there, but Russell White turns it into a gain of 3, maybe 4. Coy Gibbs made the tackle, so the Bears moving now from their 20 down to the 42 of Stanford. We're down to 4:10 here in the third quarter with the Cardinal leading it by 17-7. Today's game is set eye. Pacheco Chapman's in there, and Chapman has the handoff on the right side. Gibbs slows him up, but he keeps going and crosses the 40 to about the 38-yard line. Gibbs hit him first. Then got help, and Chapman's gain is going to be marked across the 38 of Stanford. That's a good 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5.
Made 4 of it backwards, Sal. He got turned around right at the line of scrimmage and ran the last 4 yards backpedaling.
Jones wide left, Caldwell split right. And off Chapman again into the middle. He gets across the 35, then is stopped. He's shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd and about 2. Gibbs and Richardson making the hit.
Albert made a solid hit. Right at the 35-yard line and stopped the play right there, 2 yards short of the first down. And here's a big play for California.
3rd and 2. Cal might be in a 2-down situation here with the field goal troubles they've had. Carpenter goes in motion out of a wingback spot. The give is to Chapman again. He's got a first down, running hard and losing the football. Gordon comes up with it, but the play was blown dead at the 31.
Flow of their offense now, Hal.
And off Chapman again, starts right, comes back left, and runs into Dave Garnett and 3 others. Albert was there.
Tyrone
Parker as well, so he got maybe a yard. We'll wait for them to unstack and see where they spot the football.
Tyrone gave him a body slam. How would you like to have that guy on top of you?
Tyrone ran at him big time in the first half, didn't he?
Oh, boy.
I think Chapman would have got the number of that truck. Let's give him virtually no gain, about a foot, 2nd and 10. Dawkins wide right. Jones is split left in place of Triggs. Play faking, Pulaski rolling right. Sets up, throws, is completed to Hawley alone to the 25, 20, 15, 10, needs a block 5, and he's down to the goal line, he's in! Touchdown, California! Marty Hawley from 32 yards out.
Remember last week when Stanford lost the receiver up at Washington State? Same thing happened on this situation, different kind of play, but they just lost Hawley. Coming out of the backfield, he was not covered. No one near him. Picked up the ball out around the 30-yard line and just ran it all the way into the end zone.
Bryan ready to convert. He's got it. So there's a timeout here. Nope, we'll keep it right here. Stanford's lead down to 3 now, Bob, as they're heading of the 2-yard line, awaiting Bryan's kick. Here's the run-up. It's its sidewinder coming to the near sideline, lands at the 10. Milburn hoping it'll go out of bounds, and it does. So Stanford now can take it to the 35 or ask Bryan to kick it again.
Now 17-14 Stanford.
Lasley and Vardell in the eye. Slot left. Pinckney slotted inside Walsh. Play faking Stenstrom on first down. Here's the rush. He throws, and it's incomplete. He underthrew Walsh as he got a big rush from Sanders, the rover back. 2nd and 10. Sanders deserves credit coming there on the safety blitz, hurrying him. 2nd and 10. Walsh wide left. Pinckney split right. Milburn and Vardell split back. Stenstrom is changing the play.
Oh, yeah. On the far side. Single coverage all the way. Watch this one.
2nd and 10. Walsh quick drop back. Throwing to the near side for Pinckney. Can't make the catch as he's hit at the 50-yard line. Incomplete.
And he went the wrong way, Hal.
Walker at the end of the play. Pinckney buried over in the sideline.
Oh, that's if Cal did that, that's just crazy. That is really...
Boy, they got Stanford looking at a 3rd and 10, and let's see, unless Pinckney did something lying on his back, it appears, it'll have to be against Cal. It was out of our view. Cal had been hit with, 8 penalties today?
Oh, Bruce, I can see the expression on Bruce's face. Just beside himself.
This will be the 10th penalty on Cal, if it is on the Bears, and it appears it is.
The pass was incomplete. Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. Defense, 15 yards, first down.
Oh, that's just a killer. That's an absolute killer. Instead of 3rd and 10, a first down across midfield. That is just an absolute killer for the Bears. Bruce Snyder is just beside himself down on the sideline.
And Lee Hammer tells us that Bruce was yelling at Mike Pulaski, who unsportsmanlike conduct, that's not a hit, that's talking. Bears now with 130 yards and 10 penalties, and boy, that drives coaches up the wall. 1st and 10 at midfield. It would have been 3rd and 10. And up Vardell, left side. Ooh, the Bears rise up to get him. Nothing there. He's thrown back. So Cal's defense very aroused. Bowers and Willard make the hit.
Bisecting, if you will, the 50-yard line.
2nd and 10 at the 50. Walsh wide right. Pinckney is split to the left. Vardell and Milburn were split backs. Stenstrom changing the play. The backs remain split. 2nd and 10. Steve straight drop back. As time throws for Vardell. Incomplete. He led him to the sideline too much, and Collier hit Vardell as he tried to make a one-handed catch. It's 3rd and 10 at midfield. Shaw and Pinckney go wide left. Shaw in the slot. Walsh is split right. Let's see what the Bears do. 8-man front. Stenstrom changing the play again. Walsh comes in as a tight end now. Boy, it's loud. Stenstrom rolling to his left. Throwing for Milburn. He's got to the 45 and out of bounds near a first down. He appears to have it with the 39 of the Bears.
Amazing play. We talked about Stenstrom earlier, Hal, rolling to his right and how comfortable he is with that play, being a right-handed passer. That time he rolls to his left and gets Milburn on the run out in front of the flow, gives him the ball and turns him upfield. So Stenstrom throwing just as adroitly to his left as he does to his right. A big, big first down there.
Double tight ends. Walsh flank right. Vardell behind Lasley in I formation. 1st and 10 of the 39. Hand off Tommy Vardell. Knifes to a hole. Across the 35. Struggling away and gets to the 31. Just hanging on was David Wilson. Had him around the right ankle. If Vardell had eluded him and he came close, he was off to the races, but Wilson hangs on. 9-yard gain to the 31. 2nd down and 1 yard to go.
Like Russell White, Vardell turning the run that time across the left guard position, with Cassidy once again making the block at the point of attack and then turning it against the grain. And one more step, Hal, and he would have had a touchdown.
Our formation, double tight ends, Armour flank right, Vardell behind Lasley in the eye. And off Vardell, outside left tackle. First down. Ooh, he's clotheslined as he got across the 28. Got at least a 3-yard gain. Bears rise up to get him. Barber and Willard. But Tommy's got a first down at the 28-yard line. Clock is stopped for the first down. That might have been the last play of the 3rd quarter.
113 yards for Vardell.
So the ball's at the 28-yard line of California. Clock will restart momentarily, and Stanford will likely just let it run down last 12 seconds. And so Stanford's lead was 3 at the half, and it appears that's what it'll be at the end of 3. That is the last play of the 3rd quarter. We played 45 minutes. We go to the 4th quarter. It is Stanford 17, California for the fourth quarter. Cardinal leading at 17-14. Walsh goes wide right. Wood Knight a wingback left. And up Bardell, straight ahead, hit and struggles to maybe the 26. About a 2-yard gain for Tommy. Ryan Peary penetrated to get him. Peary, Mac Travis, and Chidi Ahanotu in that down line. Mick Barsala, Jarrett Willard, the inside backers. Jason Wilborn, Cornell Collier, the outside backers. Chris Cannon and Wolf Barber are the corners. Eric Zumwalt is the rover, and David Wilson, the free safety.
Big center Glenn Cavanaugh knocked Travis on his back that time and then picked him up. So not all of those players out there are talking trash talk and belittling one another.
Second and about 8 for Stanford. Stenstrom drops back, may run now. He's hit, and it's across the 25, gets maybe to the 24. Chidi Ahanotu and Mac Travis got him. Very alert, those defensive linemen battling the blockers to see that Stenstrom had decided to run, and they collapsed on him across the 25. We will call it third down, and it's about 6.5 to go.
In this critical third down situation.
3 wide receiver set. Milburn and Walsh wide right. Pinckney split left. Stenstrom back to pass. Here's the rush. He steps in front of it, throws. Diving effort by Pinckney. Has he got it? He apparently does.
First down.
It's Milburn rather than Pinckney with a gain to the 18. That's very close to a first down. Glenn Milburn's 5'9", and he's stretched out all he was worth to make that catch, and Milburn has the first down near the 17-yard line.
And would you say that Stenstrom delivered that ball under duress? I would say so.
Stepped up in front of the rush and had to hurry it. Milburn with a leaping catch. He's got a first down, his 5th catch of the day, just across the 18 of the Bears.
This looks a little better at first down than Mills trying to field goal, doesn't it?
Double tight ends. Walsh flank to the left. Hand up Bardell. Big hole right side across the 15, across the 10, and Bardell's got about 7 or maybe 8.
This is big-time football right now, Al. This is something that those offensive linemen just absolutely relish. This will be in their scrapbooks, their memories for years to come. This kind of football, fourth quarter, big game, 86,000 people, blocking people, pounding on one another at the line of scrimmage.
The coaches call it smash mouth football, and that's where we are right now. Second at about 3, just shy of the 10.
Bardell running so hard.
Double tight ends, backs in the eye. Walsh flank right, hand up Bardell again across the 10. First down, driving to the 5 in the grasp of 2 tacklers.
This is awesome. I mean, you folks out there who are listening to us and watching this, don't take it lightly, because Tommy Bardell is putting together a season of Stanford football that will be long remembered. He has now 127 yards. He is way over 1,000 yards. He may be the single difference in this game before it's over. He is at this point.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Lasley in front of him with that block again.
Double tight ends, Armour the wingback, Lasley and Bardell. Split backs behind Stenstrom. First and goal at the Cal 5. A toss to Bardell, breaks the tackle. He's across the 3, across the 2, and close to the 1.
They can't stop him. Willard hit him at the 5, and he dragged him right down to the very threshold of the goal line at the 1.
They pick it up and move it back just inside the 2. It's second down and about 5 feet for a touchdown. Second and goal inside the 2.
Bardell is just absolutely unstoppable. This is a great exhibition of running with the football. I go back to Lou Valley's great effort in Memorial Stadium years ago. Boy, what a day he had, but he was an unheralded back. Valley, he's a big-time back.
Second and goal inside the 2. Power formation, backs in the eye, Armour in motion left. Handoff, Tommy Bardell slams into the left side. He's close.
Touchdown.
No indication yet. It's in. Touchdown, Stanford. Touchdown, Tommy Bardell has scored for the second time here in the second half. He's now got 19 scores on the season, 36 in his career, and Stanford's lead is 9, 23-14.
Who do you remember like this? A name jumps into mind, Jim Grabowski. Remember Grabowski, the great fullback at Illinois, played later for the Green Bay Packers. They couldn't stop him at times. Bardell, they can't stop him right now.
Mills on for the kick. This could be big. It's good. Timeout. Don't go anywhere. We've got a long way to go. 11:24 to play in the ball game. Scoreboard shows Stanford 24, California 14.
Bardell
Officially,
was
Tommy's about 1,023 for the season, which leaves him 4 short of John Volpe's 1027 total. Rather insignificant in the overall mix of things right now. Deep for the Bears, Lindsey Chapman and Russell White. Mills to kick it off. 10-point Stanford lead, 11:24 to play. Mills with a run-up. He's pumped up. He hits this one well. Chapman racing back 6 yards deep in the end zone. He'll keep it there. So a touchback. Bears start at the 20 as we go down to the sideline, and Steve Bitker.
Which is what Stanford's been doing to them. Back up to you guys.
Okay, 1st and 10 for the Bears at the 20. 3 wide receivers set. Caldwell and Dawkins wide right. Give goes to Zumwalt, the fullback, straight ahead, gets a yard to the 21, and that's about it. Ron George is there to knock him down right away. 2nd down and about 8.5 for the Bears just across the 21-yard line.
Hal, don't forget that
Bears
penalty.
going without a huddle. Excuse me, Bob.
Go
3
ahead.
wide receivers again. Back to pass is Pulaski. Has protection, throwing, and it's caught by Caldwell again. 1st down. Finally stopped at about the 36-yard line. John Lynch and Riddell got him. And how about Mike Caldwell? His 7th catch. What a huge player he's been for the Bears. Cal running again without a huddle.
Page out of the UCLA playbook in the first quarter of that game.
1st and 10 up at the 37. Pulaski straight back to pass. Here's the rush. He throws incomplete for Dawkins. He got a good rush from Avila on the right side.
In fact, Avila, we don't know, but that was a part of that Stanford drive.
And off White, hit, squirms forward, and a marker at the end of the play as White did very well to get a yard or 2 out of that. Ron George got him, and let's see what the penalty is for.
Not sure that the up-tempo, no-huddle type of thing doesn't throw your own offense off once in a while.
2nd and 21, 3 wide receivers again. Pulaski straight back to pass. Has time and throws, intercepted by Gordon. Gordon to the 40, running laterally to the 35, trying to run away from the man, spun down on the 32-yard line. Darian Gordon with his 2nd interception in 2 weeks, and Stanford has it back at the Cal 32.
And that time, the Cardinal, they were in a zone, a more conservative pass coverage defense, a rolling zone, and the cornerback Gordon rolling that time right into the interception. So the same Gordon who returned the interception for a score last week in Pullman comes up with another and takes it down to the 32-yard line. Stanford has a chance now with a 24-14 lead to make a major move in this game.
1st and 10 for the Cardinal at the 32. Lasley and Vardell in the eye. Walsh flanked right with double tight ends. Tommy Vardell straight ahead. Cross the 30, cross the 25. Tommy to the 24. David Wilson, the free safety, made the tackle. Before that play, Bob, we could see the Cal defense getting huddled, getting set together. Really an inspiring looking regrouping as they went back out there. But on 1st down, Vardell rips him for 7.
John Madden would love this. Tommy's shoulder pads are sticking out. His jersey is ripped in 2 places. His pants are all dirty. He's sweaty.
2nd and 3 at the 24 of California. Double tight ends, backs in the eye, hand off Tommy Vardell. Straight ahead, runs into a tackler right away and gets to the 24. Was it a Hanatu? One of the Bears down linemen got right in the lane. Paul Joyner, the inside backer, stepped up there too. Back left, backs in the eye, 3rd and 2. Hand off Tommy Vardell, gets hit, drives forward, 1st down. Vardell across the 21-yard line and close to the 20.
You know, in athletics, there's an old saying, Hal, it's an old cliche and it's very trite, but reach back and get a little extra. They tell pitchers that in baseball. Reach back and get a little extra. That's what Tommy Vardell is doing right now as he's putting on a clinic on how to run a football against a tough defense. 8:58 left, and he has 140 yards in this game.
Stenstrom was pointing at Tommy as though he thinks Vardell needs a blow to get out of there and rest, but not right now. It's 1st and 10, just outside the 20 of the Bears.
And they keep calling his number.
Stenstrom awaiting the snap. Toss to Vardell. Right side sweep. Cuts in behind a Bauer block and flies to the 15-yard line.
Wow.
5 more for Vardell. Wolf Barber made the tackle. 2nd and 5 with the Bears 15. Milburn behind Lasley. Hand off Glenn Milburn. Darts through a hole at this time. He's down inside the 9. He's got a 1st down.
Milburn, the ball carrier.
This is a new era of Stanford football with a running game. Denny Green said whoever runs the ball better today will win. And through the first 52 minutes, Stanford seemed to have run it a little better. And Joyner and Perry finally got Milburn at the 9. First and goal just inside the 9-yard line.
Stanford wins this game, Hal. They will vault way up into the top 20, and they will be favored over Georgia Tech in the Aloha Bowl.
First and goal just inside the 9. Milburn behind Lasley in the I. Double tight ends Klafter and Bauer. Walsh flank left. Stenstrom hands it to Glenn Milburn. The hole is closed quickly, and Glenn has a yard of the 8, and that might be about it. 24-14 Cardinal. We are down to 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this game.
To Stanford.
Second and goal at the 8. Power formation, double tight ends. Farmer the wingback, Milburn behind Lasley in the I. Stenstrom, a toss to Milburn, left side sweep, 2 blockers in front, looking for room, and caught and dropped at the 4. A good tackle there. I believe it's Jarrett Willard, the inside linebacker, pursuing Milburn, who was running under control, looking for some daylight. Milburn got him. It's third and goal at the 4, and that roar, I think, tells you Tommy Vardell's back in. It's trotted back just across the 5. Third and goal from 4.5 yards out. Another huge play.
Vardell 156 yards now, and don't forget Milburn. He's carried 11 times for 43 yards, so the two of them are right at 200 yards. That's pretty impressive against this kind of defense.
Third and goal at the 5. Power formation. Lasley and Vardell in the I. Armour comes in motion left. Stenstrom play faking, rolling out to his right. Looking for receiver, throwing for Wet Knight. He's there, he leaps. He's got it! Touchdown, Stanford!
Hal, you have often asked about the tight end. There's the tight end, Wet Knight. The tight end is a part of the Stanford offense. Not always when you least expect it. Vardell comes in, and isn't that an interesting ploy? Vardell comes in. The stadium goes wild. The spotlight, the focus is on Vardell. The fake to Vardell on the play action. The throw to the tight end, Wet Knight. How about that?
They're all set to kick, and Aaron Mills was out there. Here he comes.
He's watching the game.
It's the big point. It's a 16-point differential. Mills ready for the conversion. It's up. It's good. Timeout. 5:56 to play in the fourth quarter. It is Stanford 31, California 14.
We've seen too many big games to call this one over.
Oh, yeah. Chapman and White are deep. Mills with a run-up. Hits it well, but it's going to be White on his 1-yard line. Russell straight ahead. 10, 15. Cuts to the sideline. Missed by one man. Norwood can't get him. And up to the 27-yard line. Dave Grable got him there. Chapman and White in the backfield behind Mike Pulaski. Mike under center. Back to pass he goes. They pick up the rush, showing underneath. It's caught. Triggs has it to the 35 out to the 40-yard line for a first down in the grasp of Dave Garnett. Oh, the Bears are looking to go again without a huddle. It's first and 10 of the 40. 5:40 left. Stanford's lead is 31-14.
Wouldn't expect Pulaski to do anything but fill the air with footballs now.
Dawkins and Caldwell wide right. Triggs split left. Pulaski to pass. Throwing wide open as Dawkins makes the catch and goes out of bounds to the 41-yard line of Stanford. So here's a toss to Chapman. Left side sweep. Needs a block. Cuts in, and he's across the 35. He's close to a first down at the 32 of the Cardinal, where Dave Garnett made the tackle. This is a little too easy for Cal now in the Stanford perspective, as the Bears have it first and, well, let's see, it may be just short. It's going to be second and less than a yard, just outside the 32 of the Cardinal.
Stanford not in their base defense now, not with the defense that got them this big lead. Playing a little softer, a little more conservatively now.
Pulaski to pass. Here's the rush. He steps in front of it, completes it to Caldwell, the 20. Gordon after him, trying to wrestle him down, and does at the 8-yard line. Caldwell having a career day. Gordon got him there, but Cal, which saw Stanford score at 5:56. They have moved the ball to the Stanford 8-yard line in 56 seconds. Caldwell now with 8 catches. What a day for that young man. He came into the game with only 19.
Defense has been out there with a lot of pressure. Now they've got
first and goal at the 9. Pulaski, a fade pattern for Dawkins. He's there with Riddell. Oh, great catch! Touchdown, California!
They did that suddenly, didn't they? That didn't take very long, I will tell you that. 4 1:48 on the clock.
1:08.
And Stanford scored with 5:56 on the clock. And they did that in a big, big hurry.
Dawkins with his second touchdown catch of the day, his 11th of the season, so the Bears come right back. Conversion attempt upcoming now for Bryant. It is up and good. So don't go anywhere. Timeout with 4:48 to play. Stanford 31, California 21.
Plays, 1:08 off the clock.
Bryant's run up, he's kicking it away, and it's going to be Milburn backing up to his 2-yard line. Flynn straight ahead 10, out to the 15, running laterally to the 20. Milburn to the 25, goes outside to the 30, 35, knocked on his feet to the 41-yard line. So Milburn about a 39-yard kickoff return to the 41. Now there's a penalty marker at the very end of the play. Let's go down to the sideline and Steve Bitker. Black and white.
I think I got this in
black and white.
Biology 1, but I can't really define it.
Don't have time now, Murph. It's 1st and 10 at the Cal 44 after the penalty. And off, guess who? Tommy Vardell slams into the right side. He's got a yard or two, and that's about it. Eric Zumwalt, the roverback, makes it. Eric.
It's been all afternoon in this next 4 minutes and 25 seconds.
Power formation with Walsh flanked to the right. Toss to Tommy Vardell. Left side sweep. He's strung out, cuts back over the middle, and goes across the 40 to the 39 or maybe the 38-yard line. Chidi Ahanatu makes the tackle, and the Bears spend another timeout. So we take timeout again. 4:16 to play. It is Stanford 31, California 21.
Remember, to his right and then to his left, throwing to Milburn in this kind of a situation. Let's see what happens now.
Double tight ends, Walsh wide left, Pinckney split right, Vardell single step back, 3rd and 5, Stenstrom 2-step drop back, guns it for Pinckney. He's got it, first down, tackled at the 31-yard line.
Great throw by Stenstrom that time. You talk about a bullseye. You know, Pinckney wears number 6, and number 6 has a little hole in it. And Pinckney hit him right in the middle of the hole on the 6. Got to be able to catch that one. What a driller that was.
4:05 left. Clock restarting after the first down for Pinckney. Jody Graham, the nickelback, made the tackle. That's 5 catches for Pink today. Of course, he had the big one, the first touchdown of the game, a 21-yarder from Stenstrom.
Clock rolling now. 1 timeout left for the Bears. 3:50 on the clock.
Vardell behind Lasley in the eye. Power formation with Walsh flank left. Toss to Vardell. Left side sweep. He's hit. Bounces off a tackle and gets to the 30. About 1.5 yards for Tommy. Adams strung out pretty well. Willard and Wilson make the tackle for the Bears. Cal not spending that last timeout yet.
Oh, boy. Doing a lot of dancing here this afternoon.
2nd and a long 8 at the Cal 30-yard line. Here's another hand up to Vardell going straight ahead. Ooh, he's stacked up. Gets maybe one to the 29. And the Bears are going to spend their final timeout. Stanford at the Cal 30. Vardell behind Lasley in the eye. Walsh flank right.
Only one outside receiver.
Stenstrom rolling out to his right, looking upfield. Here's the rush after him. He throws for Walsh. He's got it going out of bounds. Good catch. First down to the 21-yard line. A great catch by Walsh, dragging a foot down inside the sideline.
And I'll tell you what, the game might hinge on that play right there. 10 points, nothing. We figured that out a year ago, didn't we? Walsh just made a fabulous catch, and Stenstrom throwing on the run off the wrong foot. You only have to get 1 foot down. I'm not sure that Walsh got that left foot down in time.
Well, that was close, wasn't it?
Awfully close call. The official was right there. You can't hardly miss that kind of call when you're that close, and especially on a turf field like this, natural turf. There's an indentation or a little divot down there.
So it's just inside the 21-yard line for Stanford after Walsh's catch. 1st and 10 of the 21. The Bears cannot stop the clock again, so Stanford, if they can hold on to the football, can exhaust most of the time here.
Wilson on the coverage last time.
Lasley in motion. It's a handoff to Tommy Vardell into the right side of the line, and he bangs his way for 1 yard or 2. And it'll be 2nd and about 8 as we go back down to the sideline and Steve Bitker.
Yeah, it's left.
You want to beat the traffic now, Murph?
Who cares?
2nd and 7. Here's a hand up to Vardell. Left side on a counter. He's still going across the 15 and down to the 14-yard line. Vardell gets at least 4 more there.
Right behind Whitfield. Whitfield, a destroyer that time, and he's a big one out in front. And now 38 carries for Tommy. That ties the record of Brad Muster. That's a lot of work in one afternoon. Remember that. I think that was the game that Brad ran that 75-yarder, almost got the touchdown.
You think Tommy's going to get a chance to break it here? I think so.
Yeah, on this play, he's going to get a chance to break it with 1:26 and ticking on the clock.
3rd down and about 2.5 at the Cal 13. And off Tommy Bardell. He's hit. Breaks away. Bardell the 10. Bardell the 5. Touchdown, Stanford.
What a day of football for Tommy Bardell. Tommy Bardell will have his own chapter in the history book of the big game. This game belongs to him.
What a performance. Tommy Bardell just broke the single game record for carries at Stanford. Listen to the hand he's going to get from the crowd.
Is he something or what?
That's his 20th touchdown of the season, 3rd today. Tommy usually blocks on the kick protection team here, but he's going to get Mark Hotzenmuller on form to come off. I think he's earned it.
Everybody wearing red and white standing in this stadium applauding Bardell as he leaves the field. Mills for the kick.
So Stanford seems to have it won as Mills' kick goes through. 1:14 left. The Cardinal lead is 38-21, and even with all the bizarre things that have happened in the 93 previous big games, you would think that lead is secure. Mills to kick off. Chapman and White are deep. Mills' kick is coming down to Russell White at the 8-yard line. White straight ahead. 15 to the 20. Into traffic of the 25. Bounces and tackle of the 27-yard line. There's Pulaski back to pass on 1st down. Guns it over the middle. Incomplete as he overshot Caldwell up at the 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Aloha Bowl will be 8-3. 2nd and 10 for the Bears. 3 wide receiver set. Pulaski 20 for 32 now. Back to pass he goes. Has protection and throws for Triggs. Overshot him, incomplete. Vaughn Bryant wound up closest to the football. It'll be 3rd down and 10 for Cal as the clock goes inside the 1-minute mark. Let's go down to the sideline. And Steve, you better find one of those agents quickly. 3rd and 10 now. Pulaski straight drop back. Sets up, and now he throws underneath, and it's dropped by Chapman. Chapman tried to turn and run with it before he had it put away. 4th and 10 for the Bears with 54 seconds. Steve, you have seen Cal a few times, and the thought comes, Mike Pulaski said they were really flat against Oregon State and some against ASU. Did they peak at USC? What has happened? Have they played as well? Well, maybe I've lost Steve. I have. Pitt may be a little bit overwhelmed on the sideline there. 4th and 10 for California at the 27. Caldwell and Dawkins wide right. Triggs split left. Could be the last gasp for the Bears as Pulaski goes back to pass. Has time and throws. Chapman's got it at the 30. Bryant knocks him down shy of the 1st down. Stanford will take over at the 34-yard line. And that is that. So Stanford takes over with 46 seconds. And a hand for the Stanford defense from the crowd. Brian Triggs, a picture of dejection as he walks off the field. It's tough for these seniors who never taste victory in the big game, and oh so sweet for the Stanford seniors who have never lost to California. So the Cardinal offense back on the field, and they'll have to run probably 2 plays here. They look like they're going to take a delay game penalty before they do anything. Denny Green was just drenched on the sideline as he keeps his record clean in this big game. The clock stopped now as Stanford will take a delay penalty with 46 seconds to go. It'll be 1st and 15 in the 39 of the Bears. Mike Jirich, Rick Powell into the offensive line. Ethan Allen and Mike Buckley will be the running backs. Darren Clafter is in. Seth Dittman in the offensive line. 1st and 15 for the Cardinal, and Stenstrom goes back and kneels down at about the 43-yard line. Well, I want to thank our affiliates along the Stanford Football Network. Had a nice time talking with the folks down at XTRA, the mighty 690 in San Diego yesterday, and also KERI in Bakersfield. We'll talk to you at 11:45 Christmas morning from the Aloha Bowl for Stanford and Georgia Tech. 2nd and about 19 for Stanford as they'll have to run one more play with 18 seconds left. Stenstrom takes a snap, sits down again at the 47-yard line, and that'll be it for the 94th big game. 7 seconds, 6, as the Stanford players come over to shake hands with the Cal players. Down to 2 seconds, 1, and there it is. The 94th big game goes to Stanford, 38-21, as after a rather wild beginning, handshakes are exchanged down in the middle of the field. And Stanford has handed the Bears just their second defeat, and certainly a much more decided decision than California lost to second-ranked Washington. Cardinal wins it 38-21. And we'll head for the Aloha Bowl with 7 wins in a row. That's the end of today's game. We'll be back in just 1 minute. Again, the final score, Stanford 38, California 21.
Trucks are no fun.
R2.
They're uncomfortable, and they ride like a truck.
Well, obviously, you haven't driven a Ford lately. Ford's all-new F-Series trucks have a plush interior and ride a lot more like a car.
Yeah, but I thought Ford trucks are built Ford tough.
They still are. Ford just improved on a good thing. Look at the 92 F-150 XLT Lariat. It's still a hard-working truck.
Yeah.
But now it has available power lumbar seats, a great stereo, comfort. Heck, if you weren't so high off the ground, you might not even know you were in a truck.
I'd know.
Now, during November Truck Month, get $500 cash back direct from Ford on 92 F-Series pickups. Or qualified buyers can get low 7.9 APR financing. See your Ford dealer today, because Truck Month ends November 30th.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
With the F-150, we can tow a boat up to the lake.
That's right.
The Super Cab has room for the kids.
You got it.
We'll leave the car at home.
The all-new 1992 F-Series Ford trucks. See your Ford dealer today and prepare to be impressed.
Well, Stanford and California heading off the field at the southern end zone to our right. Tommy Bardell being escorted by a lot of media people who want to know his story. Is Tommy a sensational day to finish out his regular season career as Stanford defeats California in the 94th big game, 38-21. Let's pause 10 seconds right now for station identification.
KCBS, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, home of the Raiders, and the radio voice of the Stanford Cardinals.
(38-21). Stanford wins the 94th big game from California. And let's go down to Steve Bitker.
Yeah, down here on the field, observing the two sides heading off the field into the locker rooms, and several of the Stanford players engaging in some